From the nation's capital, this is the National News Desk, America's News Now. Good evening, I'm Dee Dee Gatton. We begin with breaking news as we come on the air tonight. Search and rescue teams are moving through massive piles of debris in hopes of finding people in central Texas after deadly floods. Ryan Smith at the Live Desk with what authorities are learning tonight, Ryan.
Breaking here tonight at the Live Desk, the number of missing people dramatically rising today, according to Texas Governor Greg Abbott, now to more than 170, nearly all of them here out of hard-hit Kerr County, Texas. State leaders there, including the governor, touring from above the flood-ravaged areas earlier today. Entire communities just decimated by the ferocious flooding over the weekend. Rescue crews and volunteers remain hopeful, though, that more of those unaccounted for will be found alive.
This is all those screaming kids we had to listen to that we couldn't get to and couldn't save them, and water rose, what, 28 foot in 45 minutes, and not much you can do. Not much you can do, but we're all here, and we're going to find what we can find and to give some of these families closure.
The emotional search continues at this hour tonight, and here at Camp Mystic, where more than 24 were killed just 2 days before the flooding, we're learning a state inspector actually signed off on the camp's emergency plan, certifying that they did have safety procedures in place in case of any flash flooding. But according to CNN tonight, camp counselors did not have walkie-talkies and were not given emergency evacuation training. Now, despite this, many counselors jumping into action themselves during that traumatic time, guiding campers through chest-deep water. The disaster response. Now the county sheriff says he was not made aware of flash floods until hours after that first National Weather Service warning. Governor Abbott saying state lawmakers will directly address the statewide alert weather system during their upcoming special session.
News as we come back on the air, a flash flooding emergency is unfolding in southern New Mexico right now. First responders rushing to make multiple water rescues. Ryan Smith at the Live Desk, and we are seeing some shocking video of these floodwaters, Ryan.
Yeah, let's first start with those videos tonight here. Dee Dee, dangerous flash flooding here, slamming the village of Ruidoso, New Mexico here. This after a nearby river rising 20 feet. In the short span of just about 30 minutes there, that flooding really amplified in burn scar areas that were just devastated by a previous wildfire. Brand new video here at the Live Desk tonight also showing us a house, watch this, lifted right off of its foundation, then swept away by those rushing flood waters. That is just devastation caught on camera. Officials now say rescues are underway at this very hour with people trapped inside of their homes. As of this hour tonight, though, so far, no confirmed reports of any deaths. That's the good news. Many only had minutes to escape here. The National Weather Service now urging everyone in those areas to get out to higher ground immediately, as more rain could be on the way later on tonight. Flash flood warnings are also in effect across much of the Northeast. We're talking about from Richmond, Virginia, all the way up to Boston. 85 million people on alert right now for severe thunderstorms and the potential for life-threatening flooding overnight. Now in central Texas, search and rescue operations have not slowed down at all. The death toll from the flash flooding continues to rise, and as of today, the number of people still reportedly missing, more than 170. In the aftermath of the Texas flooding, we're now learning more about the more than 100 victims who tragically lost their lives in the last few days. The family of Julian Ryan here says this man died a hero. He punched open a window which severed an artery in his arm. It was a desperate move, his family members say, to help his fiance, children, and mother all escape their home as the floodwaters rushed inside. Now the family members survived, but Ryan lost a lot of blood punching through that window, and he did not make it. New video here tonight out of Camp Mystic, where 27 campers and counselors were killed. Powerful floods ripped right through several cabins and buildings. The camp's owner and director, Dick Eastland, was killed trying to save as many campers as possible.
Nothing is as heart-wrenching as hearing the stories of what the girls around here, especially the girls at Camp Mystic, went through. To see where they lived in one moment, where they disappeared the next moment.
And this story right here, incredibly heartbreaking. Blair and Brooke Harbor, 13 and 11 years old. They were vacationing with their family in that very area. Relatives later saying they found their bodies along the river, holding each other. Those sisters had their hands locked together.
The victims of the catastrophic floods in central Texas need our help. Sinclair and the Salvation Army are joining forces for Sinclair Cares Texas Tragedy Relief. The Salvation Army is providing support to survivors and first responders, and 100% of your donation goes directly to Texas flood relief efforts. To get started, scan that QR code or go to sinclaircares.com. Thank you for your support and generosity.